gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Wake up, Mr. Webb! Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Wake up, Mr. Webb!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of LeighAlity TV. It's 9 p.m. It's strong on. What up, my brother Brian Kataya?
What's going on?
Guy with glasses, Kenny Murdoch. What it do? You already know who it is. It's everybody's favorite white boy, Mr. Lee West. We're coming to you live. What?
And direct.
And direct. We do this for some of you people who may be first-time viewers. What we do here is we bring to light what happens on Long Island and mostly in the entertainment world. But this guy's making such a noise that we're gonna have to have him on here. Last week we had my nephew. He was an Olympic swimmer.
Swim beast.
Swim beast. So he's doing a lot of shout outs to him.
A lot of.
He's doing a lot of.
Yeah, you have to. The Lee West translation. He's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of.
Can we get subtitles? We need subtitles.
You need the
subtitles.
The Lee titles.
We can finally really curse again.
Yeah, last week we tried to keep
kid
it
was
clean.
here and we had to be fucking
We had to be fucking clean.
All these fucking cunts in the audience.
And we kept it so clean. The content was perfect, except we said fuck a lot. You know,
It's
like,
like 4 times.
We had a very clean comic, Joe Pontillo. He did a great job. He went up there for almost like 10 minutes, whatever,
Yeah.
doing an awesome clean comedy. And Lee West goes up there. He goes, "Thank you, Joe Pontillo. I'm sorry I fucked you up."
Yeah.
Literally,
Sorry,
his
fuck
second
you.
word, his second sentence.
damn it! Like, and I almost said fuck. Then I said fuck. I was like fuck.
But
Oh.
we can curse again, so
So we can say,
we're
There's
back.
no little children within our vicinity,
yeah,
and
and they shouldn't be watching at home anyway.
shouldn't be watching home. That's why there's the parental adviry. This
on
way.
there?
I have to
Well,
point
I
this
guess
way.
it's no wait.
right
What?
here, right here.
There it is.
Parental advisory
Oh, that's
to those people at home.
TV magic, a little backwards. This week in the studio with us, we got the Red Light Robin Hood himself, Stephen Ruth. So why don't you give a little wave over there, my brother? Wait, there he is. There he is. Hello. Well, he'll be on with us in a little bit.
Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
Goes back to
Here's
his
that
phone.
his phone.
He's
What?
answering emails, dishing out
He's
justice.
Boom, boom, boom.
He-
Devin
busy.
Gianni's in the building.
He's like our new age superhero. Like
Yeah,
nobody.
pretty much.
He's like
Yeah.
a real life superhero. Nobody does that, you know.
Honestly.
No, yeah, that's absolutely.
He's like, you know, without the mask and the cape, he's just like, I'm Mr. Stephen Ruth. I come to save the day. Red Light Robinhood, and I'm just like, wow.
You can fight City Hall.
I can't-
No, that's the thing. You can't fight City Hall, and this guy's fighting City Hall, man. That's nuts. So we'll have him on a little bit.
He's
got
gonna
a lot
have a
to
red
talk about.
satin cape one day. He's just gonna walk in the courtroom with his tie, just like, hey, I come here to serve justice.
This guy spends his weekend serving justice. We spend our weekend in various debauchery.
Yeah,
Most debauchery.
Oh man, completely awful.
What'd you guys do last weekend?
What did you do, Kenny?
I ate like a real fat piece of shit.
Did you?
Yeah, pretty much all weekend, just fat piece of shit.
That's all right.
You like how he says like
Because he ate like me. Yeah.
At least that's an optimistic thing. He says, like, he doesn't call himself a fat piece of shit. Like I do. I'm a fat piece of shit. So when I eat, I just eat. That's what I... You know,
I ate like Brian this weekend. Brian, a fat piece of shit.
And you see, and he has to say the like word, because he doesn't think of himself as a
fat piece. He's not a fat piece of shit. You are, if you're a skinny girl at heart, you're a skinny girl, bro. That's all that matters.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
Wait, girl? What are you saying? You
It's
calling
all-
us females now?
That's all you identify as.
So now I'm a fat bastard and a girl. Like, fuck you, Lee.
All right.
What'd you do this weekend, Lee?
Oh man. So I was over with my buddy. Shout out to David, Phil Billiards. We all love Phil Billiards.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And whatever, there happened to be a car accident in front of the place. Whatever. All the cops, every 4th precinct cop is there. Everybody there, the ambulances, all the commotion. One of the cops locked his keys in the car. I find this to be hilarious, so I let it go on for a few moments. Now I've had plenty of drinks, and I'm partaking in extracurricular activities.
Extracurricular activities.
Characteristical activity.
Yeah, get it right for America.
Carrot tractor.
He was on drugs, guys.
Yeah, I was smoking weed and I was drinking, and I go over to the cops and I'm like, "Can I give you guys a hand with that? Like, I own the towing company. I could get right in the car 1, 2, 3, no problem."
Is one of those old cruisers?
No, it's one of the new ones.
And you'd still be able to get into it.
I don't see why not.
Oh, okay.
And so they got the wedge in the bar, and there's like 4 of them, and they're like, nah, we got it. Okay, like 40 minutes later, I go back over to them. I'm like, "You sure you guys don't want a hand? I can do this." And the guy's like, "You're really starting to get on my nerves." And I was just trying to be a good Samaritan, to like the local police department, and they really didn't.
They didn't appreciate you being drunk and on drugs and offering them a hand?
No.
What assholes.
What the fuck? That's
I
bananas.
think this story is very depressing.
What a couple of jerks.
It would have been awesome if you were high on drugs and breaking into cop cars.
I was just smoking weed and drinking. I mean, it's not drugs, but I mean, we could get in the car. It's not a big deal. Like,
okay, weed's not a drug, America.
Heard it here on LeighAlity TV, man. That's what's up.
That's a very profound statement over there from
You
Mr.
try to avoid run-ins with the law. You pretty much just collided with it. Like, you really just...
I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just going to give a hand, like, I'm a Samaritan.
You're a Samaritan whose pupils are bigger than a full moon.
You're like Pumbaa in The Lion King, and there's just like...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tiger just fucking...
You were just very focused.
Crouching tiger, hitting...
Crouching tiger, hidden Lee.
You were super focused.
Super focused.
When was it? When was one of your? When did you ever have a?
Running with the law?
Running with the law?
Me and some friends attempted to. Well, we did break into Kings Park Psych Ward. That's about it.
I've done that a few times.
That was literally. It was back during the blackout. What was it, like 2008?
Right.
And we were just bored as shit. And my friend was like, "Oh, we went to the Psych Ward last week." And I asked him, "Did you get a straitjacket?" I said, "No." I said, "Well, why'd you go to a psych ward if you weren't going to get a straitjacket?" So he said, "We should go back to the psych ward and get a straitjacket." So like 9 of us wind up going. And we were having a good time on the way there. We park at this bar that's like across the street from it or whatever. We get in, and then we just started being real asshole pieces of shit. Just wrecking everything, destroying everything.
But he doesn't eat like a piece of shit, but he wrecks stuff like a piece of shit.
Right, exactly.
Both are like, he's not one of them.
Exactly. I know I have potential to be a better person. But yeah, we wound up getting caught, and then the best part, well, not the best part, but
You get caught.
my big muscly bound friend who was so tough started crying hysterical. And the cop was like, "What's wrong with you, man?" He's like, "I got asthma." He was like, "Oh man, I got asthma too. We gotta get you out of here. Dave, we gotta get these guys out of here. This kid's got asthma."
That kid's a genius.
All right. No, he really did. He was being factual. I think it was, so we're walking out, and we had gone in through the sideway. So we're walking out, and I noticed that they have leather gloves on, and it's August. It's like 80 degrees out. Why do you got leather gloves on? You know what I mean? And then I'm like, "Yo, they don't even got guns." So I nudge my friend and I bring it to attention. I'm like, "Yo, I don't think they're cops. I think they're gonna kill us. I think they're bringing us into the woods to kill us." But they were just bringing us out the front entrance. So that worked out. We almost killed cops.
All right. Well, you don't want. Yeah.
They were so cool too. They're like, "Oh, we're not gonna do paperwork on 9 kids, so we're gonna let you go." And then just as they're about to let us go, this chubby guy just starts running out. "Wait a second! They're trespassing! I want to press charges!" And he was just like, it was the bar owner.
Right.
And so finally he was just like, the cop just takes him over. He's like, "Listen, man, we were about to just let these kids go. So if you press charges, we have to write that paperwork up, and then we have to do double the paperwork on your trespassing charge. So we're just going to let him go." And he's like, "Well, we better never catch you kids here again." And I always think about just kind of going there and like ordering a drink, just chopping it up with the guy for a little while. Being like, "Oh yeah, by the way, 13 years ago, you told me stay the fuck out of here, and I'm back, bitch. I run this shit." And then just drop a finger and a mic if there's one around, and then just walk the fuck out.
That'd be a mic drop scenario.
That's a mic drop.
That's the best I got. That's the most dangerous I've ever been.
Wow. I got in trouble once. My run-in with the law, one time I got arrested doing acid.
It's like the worst scenario.
So it was like, I think I was turning 24 or whatever, and I wound up going to this random party. It was in like Sayville or something, whatever. I drank like a bottle of liquor to my face, and they had a keg. And I'm drinking out of the keg, and I'm just having a good time. And this guy approaches me. He goes, "Yo, you want some acid?" I'm like, "Acid?" I'm like, "How much?" It was $10. I'm like, $10? I'm like, "Give me 2." So I took 2 hits of acid, and like I'm just having. I'm like super confident. Like I wasn't a fat piece of shit at the time. I was skinny. I was looking good. I was confident. I was mingling. Like I just hooked up with a girl. I'm just like,
Whoa.
yeah.
She was fresh on your shaft.
Fresh on my shaft. So now all of a sudden, So now I look at the wall and I see the clock that's outside on the wall. It just starts melting like the Beatles clock. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm tripping out. Right. So hours go by, like, not hours, but like. You know, all of a sudden I look in the sky and I see all these pink lights. You know, and it's like, 3 in the morning and I'm seeing all these lights. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And I'm so confident I'm seeing something that I'm screaming to all the houses and everybody. I'm like, do you not see this? Do you not see what I am seeing? This is amazing. So I think aliens are coming down or some shit. Right? So I wound up getting kicked out of the party. And
No!
Yeah, so mind you, I already took off my shirt and my shoes to feel the grass.
Right, of course.
You know, so now I'm walking around like Sayville just with my shorts on, nothing else. And then a cop pulls up next to me. And he looks at me funny. He looks at me and I'm just like, I look at him, I'm like, I don't think he's human. So he goes to like arrest me. And he was like, no, get away from me. And I got like resisting arrest.
All you gotta do is get like, no.
And when I got locked up, here I am in the precinct. I'm starting to really peek. And I look over, like, next to me, and there's somebody else who's arrested, like, 2 windows down. And I'm just yelling at him. I'm like, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, you're a lowlife. I'm like, you got arrested. You're a scumbag. You're detrimental to society.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's
Caller, please lower your computer volume. Please lower your computer volume. Oh, go ahead. You're on LeighAlity TV. Who's this?
That was a fast phone call.
That was it.
Thank you for your input.
Thank
caller.
you.
That was amazing. It was beautiful.
I told him to lower the volume.
I think Devin fucked it up somehow.
we got Devin here.
He can rock a mic, but he can't rock a fucking green button.
All right, Comedy Corner.
All right,
So
Comedy Corner. It's a segment we do. We all try out some new material, work on some new jokeses. And
Are you supposed to show the video of the 11-year-old?
Oh yeah. So that's the segment we're gonna do after we show you this video. So we got this guy, Stephen Ruth. He's a hero. And
The 11-year-old.
And this 11, I know the 11-year-old I found to also be like an
hero.
aspiration.
Oh, okay.
He's like a hero type of dude.
Wow.
And
Nice connection.
yeah. So let's check out the 11-year-old. This is I just check him out. Check him out.
I told him I was gonna kill him all that with a gun if he didn't get out of my house.
11-year-old Chris Gaither was home alone Wednesday morning when he heard a noise. Someone had broken into his house. Scared, Chris grabbed a 9mm handgun.
When he was coming downstairs and told me he was gonna kill me and F you, all that.
The intruder made it out the front door with a hamper in hand. That's when Chris started firing off bullets. As the intruder was to jump this fence, Chris's 12th and final shot hit the bad guy in the leg.
I shot through a hamper that he was carrying, and it was a full metal jacket bullet. I went straight through the bag and hit him in his leg. And he started crying like a little baby.
A baby that learned his lesson.
When I pulled the gun out on him, I guess he didn't think it was a real gun because he didn't worry about it. He just kept on walking.
The police have not released the name of the suspect, but Chris's mother says this man has robbed their house before. They don't know him personally. Chris credits his stepdad for his shooting skills.
Yeah, I play zombies for target practice.
Turns out there's more than a basset hound on guard.
I hope you learn your lesson from coming to this house trying to steal stuff.
In Talladega, Kyle Berger, WVTM 13 News.
Hold on.
We got a video.
Wait, yeah. Oh,
We got a caller.
Oh, we got a call. All right.
We got a call.
The video, and we got a call. No. Yeah. Caller, you're on the air. Who's this?
Hey, where's Steven?
Steven will be on with us in a minute. Who's this? All right, thanks for calling. All right, Brian Katay with Comedy Corner.
All right, so I got my my haircut the other day, which is rare for me because every time I get my haircut, it's like an awkward date. Now, first off, they sit you there. You know, they throw on that backwards cape. You know, you look like a dyslexic superhero. You know, and out of nowhere, they'll just start cutting your hair. And they just start asking you questions. How was your day? Now, what do you do for a living? Now, do you believe in love at first sight? Like, fucking cut my hair.
Do you believe in love?
Like, and you can tell these barbers, they're really hurting for money. You know, because out of nowhere, they'll just slap shaving cream on your face. Like, now you have to give an extra tip. You know, they start doing your eyebrows, giving you a massage. They're blowing you by the end of the haircut. Like I made them money. Where it's the last time I let my mother cut my hair. I swear.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
But do you know what? I realized when somebody gets a haircut, anytime you address that haircut, it always has to be a compliment. You know, you can never, it's always nice haircut. You know, even if the haircut looks like shit, you're not going to be like, oh, you did something with your head there. You know, you always have to be nice haircut. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. So one thing I wanted to work on, a new joke. My girlfriend told me she wanted me to talk more dirty in bed. And I don't know about you guys, but when I'm actually having sex, like that's it. I don't want to fuck this up. You know, I'm already having it. There's no need for words. No, it's already happening. You know, so like I'm just straight faced the entire time. So now she tells me she wants me to talk dirty. So now we're having, you know, this happened a few weeks ago. We're having sex. I'm thinking about this, and I just figure, you know, we're doing it doggy, and I'm just first words to come out of my mouth. It was really good, right? So I was just like, I look away. I'm like, think of something else. Like that's the first words that came out of my mouth. She turns back, looks at me, and goes, "You're thinking of someone else?" Yeah. Jesus Christ. Can't get anything right. There's new jokes I'm working on. This is called Comedy Corner. It's a place where you can work on material, and since we're all stand-up comedians here, this is just a breakthrough of some material that we're working on. But for right now, I want to introduce a nice comic that's up and coming. His name is Devin Giannani, everybody. Devin Giannani.
Thank you. Oh my. I did sports growing up. I was a big sports kid. I used to play football. I played football for like 2 years, but then I had to leave because by the time my last season, you know, the rules got a little bit like wussified, like kind of lame. Like one of the rules at the beginning of the year was no head-to-head contact with other players. Yeah, can't bump helmets with another guy. And I think one of the rules towards the end of the year was if you do tackle a player, you have to sing Coldplay in their ear and lower them down slowly. It's kind of an odd rule. I don't know who was judging on that one. Yeah. No, I found out some stuff. I found out a friend of mine started doing steroids. Oh. Yeah. Which I think steroids is something you should only do if you're like a baseball player or a professional wrestler. He told me he does steroids for his job, which is weird because he works at Domino's. I don't know how hard it is to fold those boxes. Is he just doing them fucking 70 at a time? Flipping like 20 pizzas in the air? Doing that little spin thing that they do? Yeah, I was hanging out with my brother recently. Yeah, my brother, he got out of jail a little while ago. And he's trying to adjust to life outside. It's kind of hard, though, because the first 3 days he got out of prison, I was walking home, and I walked in the apartment, and the landlord ran up to me. It's this Russian guy named Alex. And he says, "Get your brother out of here! Get your brother out of here! Get your brother out of here!" I said, whoa, hold on. What happened?
Thank you very much.
And he said, "Your brother. I go in, fix the sink. Do you know what he asked me to do?" Like, what? He's like, he says, he jerked me off for a carton of cigarettes. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, wait, huh? I didn't know what to say. And I walked in the apartment real mad. But right when I get my foot in the door, I see my brother in the bathroom, and he's washing his hands in the sink. But he's got like a carton of cigarettes under his arm. So I'm like, what happened? I think there's something to this story. Yeah, why does your hand smell like beets and bleach? Yeah, that's all I had. Thank you guys. I'm Devin Giannini. Good night.
Devin Giannini, everybody. Devin Giannini. Give him a big round of applause. Right now, we're going to cut to the video that made Stephen Ruth the red light Robin Hood himself. The video is entitled, All You Need Is a Pair of Balls, I think, and a paintbrush, right? A paint stick. Cut to the video.
When we come back.
Okay, in order to do this successfully, you only need a pair of balls and a painter's extension rod. I'm going to show you how easy it is to take the power back. It doesn't take but more than a minute to do this. And the gratification's huge. You take your extension rod, you place it under the camera, and you point it off. You point it upward. And you save our taxpayers, you save innocent people a lot of money. See what I just did? All it took was a pair of balls and a painter's extension rod. I just saved people about $10,000 today with this camera. This camera has gotten me numerous times for not waiting 3 seconds. Who's to say that I need to wait 3 seconds after I clearly see that there's no one coming in my direction? This is government taking advantage. And it's gonna stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Ruth. How do you do, sir?
Stephen Ruth.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Oh, we're swinging feedback.
All right, yeah, there you go.
Oh, shit.
Stephen, so for the maybe 3 people at home that might not know who you are, can you take a look at the camera right there, tell people who you are, where you're from, what do you do?
My name is Stephen Ruth. They call me the Red Light Robin Hood, and basically what I do is expose corruption and also the manipulation of traffic lights for revenue.
That's awesome. That's an awesome thing, man. And like we said before, like people say you can't fight City Hall. This guy's out there fighting. He's fighting for us as a community, as a home in Suffolk County, as a beautiful. It's home, man. You know. Where do you reside from? What was your? Where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Setauket. Now I live in Center Reach, not far from there.
Okay, yeah, all in the same realm.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm a South Shore boy myself, Bay Shore, and then Bohemian. Yes, sir. Cool, man.
So,
go ahead.
how many tickets did he get before this video actually happened?
Probably around 8 or 10 tickets. But that was over a 6-year period.
Oh, okay.
With multiple people driving under my insurance.
Okay.
So we were never able to tell who was really driving every time they would come in the mail, unless it was somebody like someone whose car was always their car, which was usually my ex-wife.
Okay.
So was it like a bug out moment, or was it angry, or was it just where you were just like, you know what, I want to change this, and that you grabbed a painter stick and did what everyone was like, wow, that's a genius idea.
How many cameras did you move before that video came out?
I don't remember.
But a bunch.
No, I really don't. I don't remember. But what I can tell you is they wouldn't come get me after just that video. Like they didn't have any interest in coming and getting me. I had to keep doing it.
Right.
Wow.
To make a point.
Yeah. Well, I had to get arrested in order to make a point.
To get hurt.
Yeah. In order to expose what I thought was corrupt, I had to, fight it head on. So what I did is I did the video and it was going ballistic, but nothing happened. So I was like, what? And at that point, I figured I would get arrested, so I consulted my attorney and was like, what do you think they'll charge me? And he said, OGA. That's obstruction of governmental administration. And he said they'll also charge you with tampering.
Right.
So I was like, all right, well, what do you think? And he's like, I think they're unconstitutional. And I was like, all right, that's what I think too.
Right.
He's like, I think they're illegal. And I was like, I bet you they are. How could they be that close to the road legally? With people able to hurt themselves with that type of apparatus basically on the street.
Yeah.
bikers, walkers, even people's dogs. You know, you never know.
true.
So when I came out with the other video when there was all the wires were cut, that was to expose the fact that no engineers ever signed off on the cameras, and we all know they were removed from the school zones and from Jersey from over-ticketing innocent motorists, which we know they're programmed to do. So no engineer would ever sign off on them. They just threw it into operation like, fuck it. And then they got busted, especially with the short and the yellow lights.
Tell me about that. That was one thing that, like, I'm sure after doing your research on these cameras and such, that's when you discovered that.
Well, after I pushed up more cameras and took photos of it and loaded it in Facebook and told them where I did it, finally I came home and they pulled in my driveway and I jumped out of the car. They arrested me. They said, just so you know, a lot of people are calling you a hero. I was like, really?
Really? As they were arresting you, they said this?
Yeah.
Wow.
They said, so just don't be surprised. You'll see when we get to the precinct. And I was like, really? All right. So we went down there, and I got a lot of respect down there. I was like, wow.
From the police officers?
Yeah, the detectives, police officers, so forth. Then, like, all along the way, I've got nothing but respect from police officers and sheriffs, and basically all law enforcement has given me nothing but respect because they know this isn't about law enforcement. This is about money. Right. And this has nothing to do with safety, but it yields the facade of safety, and it's bullshit.
Right.
It's bullshit. Everyone knows that the lights used to have the same yellow light times for turning arrows and for straightaways. Now they made it 3 seconds for turning arrows and 6 for straightaways, or 5 for straightaways. That's bullshit. It was never like that.
It was 6 on that.
Yeah, we have police officers testifying to that. So they got busted, and now that they're like scrambling, they're all throwing rocks at each other. You see it on the news every day. They're all throwing rocks at each other, like, "Oh, this one should step down. That one should step down. This one's not a murderer. This one is a murderer." Like, it's like,
not me. It's you.
Yeah. So they're all conspiring against us, the people.
Of course.
That's why I don't know if you guys saw, but I tried to arrest the whole legislature.
I did see
arrest the
clips
whole
of that.
legislature?
Yeah, he called
Only like a
citizens
week
arrest.
ago.
Yeah.
Only like a week ago, I went in front of the Suffolk County Legislature and I committed a citizen's arrest. That was a great speech, and it involved an arrest and the reason why and the charges, and I was specific in it, and they should have carried it out. There's been over 1 million felonies committed against us, the people, with this program, and that's not even anything to do with the safety factor of sacrificing safety for revenue. That's only in regards to the surcharge, which was overstepping the enabling statute. As soon as I started accusing them of overstepping that statute, they removed it from their index of statutes on the county website. Yeah. So this is the type of people we're dealing with. They don't care about safety. They don't care how many kids die. When I tried to make videos where the people died on Lakeland Avenue recently, remember the 2 people died? The grandparents died from Medford?
Tragic.
Well, I went over there to do a video study of that intersection, and I went to another spot up the block where I found 2 crosses. So I was like, oh, this is a spot because there's 2 crosses.
Right.
So I do the video study. I'm like, see, it's natural. You can see how the reason why they died is because the light's so short in the video, right? And then I come to learn that I was in the wrong location on Lakeland Avenue. So I go up the block.
More people died.
More blocks. So I called Habitat for Humanity and I said, was the accident right in front of you guys? They said, we're not allowed to talk about it though.
Wow.
Gay! But I'm not supposed to say that. But
It's gay.
You know what I'm saying though? Like I gotta be like, so many people out there are sensitive. But the bottom line is that nobody wants to talk about what's going on out there.
You gotta talk about it.
Not only talk about it, expose it.
And that's
Expose it. So I went up the block to this location, and it was again a 3-second yellow light, and there's 4 lanes of traffic that you have to cross with a turn. So how are you supposed to have more than like 1 or 2 cars make it without speeding? Yeah. So it's just a dangerous environment, and you see 2 people died there. Go up the block, 2 more people died. There's crosses there. There's no crosses where the most recent 2 people died, but where the other 2 people died, there's crosses. And
that's
it's right over in Bohemia. You said you were from Bohemia?
Yeah, right in the hood. Mm-hmm.
So it's going on,
Connect
and there doesn't need to be cameras there. There's no cameras there.
I'm in the neighborhood.
There's no cameras there.
They just shorten the lights.
They just shorten them all because the cameras are a floating program, so they can shorten them to wherever they want. I mean, they can move them to wherever they want, but the lights are all shortened. Some are shorter than others. Where on Old Town Road in 83, they used to be like 2.5, 2.8 seconds.
I remember you saying something about you have some footage of another, not that we have the footage, but of them actually shortening the yellow lights.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I don't have them actually dialing it back. I only had them working in the box.
In the box. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So nobody really knows what they're doing.
Right.
We're just,
They just say it's not controlled from this location or whatever.
Right. That's crazy, man. What were you doing before you started poking cameras around, man?
Yeah, like
who was Stephen Ruth before you were like you're stealing from the rich and giving it back to the poor?
You seem like you're well put together too, wearing a suit and tie with every thing. Like, what did you do before?
All right, hang on, we got a caller. All right, caller, please lower your computer volume.
I built houses, sold
Go ahead.
houses, and rented houses.
You're on LeighAlity TV. Who's this?
Hey, this is Dan from Selden.
Dan from Selden. What's going on?
How are you?
Hey, I was wondering if you found the bastards that stole your dog here.
Not yet, but we keep getting leads. Stole your
God, I hope
dog?
some
They
of those
stole
people
your
gotta
dog.
go rot in
The
hell.
fucking government. Who do you think stole your dog?
You stole your dog?
Somebody stole your dog. I would hurt people. They stole my dog. My
What are you
dog's
gonna
an asshole.
Wow.
If real, I hope you find them. They can go rot in hell.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Hey, no problem.
Much respect.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling.
Do you know who that was?
Joe from Selden? Dan from Selden?
Dan from Selden, thank you for calling. Wow, so they stole your dog?
Well, that's what we think, yeah.
Like, dogs don't run away. They know where the fuck to eat, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of dog?
Shepherd.
All right.
German?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
What kind of shepherds are there?
No, there's Belgian ones. And
No, there's not. They got
People who lead flocks. There's tons of shepherds.
Maybe it's just like a shepherd with like a blanket, like herding sheep.
He's a sheep herder.
Alright, so I'm sorry, but like, what did you do before?
basically bought houses, renovated them, rented them out.
That's what to do, because it takes a lot of time and money to do what you're doing, because you got to take days off of work, and buy nice ties and stuff.
Yeah.
So you gotta.
Like, you knew what you were doing in that first video. You're you know, with the suit and tie, with the shirt and tie.
Well, you know, when this whole thing started, it started by my priest telling me that he had been receiving red light camera tickets that he felt were unjust. So I said, all right, I'll look into it. You know, then I looked into it and I said, you know, this is a scam. I was like, holy shit. I was like, you know who they're preying upon? The seniors. The seniors get it the worst, you know? Like, we have no problem being like, yeah, and stopping in time. Or nailing it and making it.
Yeah.
So now we know where the cameras are. We're like, okay, we're making this shit. We're not getting busted. Seniors aren't like that. Seniors are more
I've been making this
relaxed.
right
They're
turn for 35 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Seniors get the
One
tickets
or
the
nine and
most.
Steve had
Yeah, just keep
2-3
making
times
it.
already.
So that's why I looked into it. I was at that intersection where at Ocean Avenue and the North Service Road.
Yeah.
Or the South Service Road, actually.
That's what I was
And,
thinking, right north of the tracks right there. That's what I
It
was
was
thinking
just south of the Long Island Expressway and at Ocean Avenue. And I pushed up the camera, made the video there, and that was the location I saw the most people being abused. And it was all on the right-hand turn. One after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. And most of them were senior citizens. And I was like, yeah, something's got to be done. And that's why I said, this camera, I saved people about $10,000.
And it wasn't even a no turn on red. It was you didn't wait 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I got 2 of those.
Where do you go to church?
St. Francis Cabrini.
You Roman Catholic?
Yeah.
Cool. Brian's Roman Catholic.
Well, I was raised.
Yeah, we were both born Roman Catholic.
But,
So, yeah, it started off there. I took it. Oh, I was at Caliseo Pizza. You ever heard of Caliseo Pizza?
Yeah,
I was at Caliseo Pizza, and I was having a slice with my girlfriend or whatever, and we were sitting in the parking lot. And I said, "This is like a day before I made that video where I pushed up the camera." I said, "Babe, I have a feeling I have to go on some kind of mission from God." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "I don't really know, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but I'm getting this vibe right now that I have to go on like a serious mission here." And she's like, "Yeah?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "All right, well." And we didn't really think much of it. Then the next day I was getting ready for work, and I put my tie clip in, got my tie lifted. I was like, all right, let me go. I'm walking out the door, and I said, you know what? Let me go get a painter's extension rod. And I walked over to my shed. I opened my shed up. I grabbed the painter's extension rod, and I was thinking to myself, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, after a while, you know.
Yeah.
So many tickets.
And not just that, I saw everyone getting abused.
You saw everybody, yeah.
And I knew that they they were manipulating the
Like
lights.
we all knew it was bullshit. Everybody knew it was bullshit.
So I threw the painted extension rod in my truck.
This guy's doing it.
I went to work, and I'm driving to work, and I see that at that location with that camera getting all those senior citizens, there was a single driveway going to 2 houses, and there was plenty of parking. So I was like, I parked right there, hopped out, got the extension rod out, pulled out my cell phone, got it to the video. Never made a video before. And I made the video showing how easy it was to take the power back. And that was the easy part. The hard part is going to the legislature meetings and getting people to go to legislature meetings and speak in front of the legislature and get your point across and not be made fun of or laughed at. And they will make fun of you or laugh at you.
Well, to interrogate you, but whatever.
Yeah, because they're corrupt politicians. They're
Exactly.
getting $100 grand, $80 grand, $50 grand from the different super PACs just to make votes the way that the super PAC wants them to vote. You know, and then the more money goes right back in circles, and the money goes like this. It's total corruption.
Cycle, yeah.
Yeah, it's total corruption.
Conspiracy.
So now they're all throwing
many
rocks. They're all throwing rocks at each other. Steve Ballone and Tom Spoda and the legislature. But in all reality, they are all guilty of it. Yeah. They're all guilty of. He's not prosecuting those who they they say don't prosecute my friends and so forth. And we know that they know what they're doing is illegal. But they're just like, who gives a shit? No one's going to stop us. There's no way we're getting stopped. And for a minute there, they were really, when I was pulling that citizen's arrest, for a minute they were like, holy shit. Like, our conspiracy is going to come to an end. Basically, that's the way they were looking.
They were shocked.
That's the way they were looking. They were like,
looking at you.
They were like, oh shit. Like, our conspiracy is starting to come to an end.
Because I, read the paper and everything, and I hate the fact that they call it revenue. Do you know where this money actually goes? Does it go back toward the cops? Does it go toward
Well, that's another thing. It started out as they made it a civil offense, so that it's a civil action against us. That's how they take away our right to due process, to face our accuser and things like that. So it's totally unconstitutional, especially because they make the money go right to law enforcement. Originally, it went to the Suffolk County General Fund, which would have went to streets and whatever, whatever the community needed or whatever the county
At least
needed.
it goes back to the community.
But then they switched it to go back to the police fund, and now they just increased spending to the police department by 700%.
I saw that 700%.
Yeah, that's not what the people wanted. That's not at all what the people wanted.
And new cars. New vehicles and all
So I don't know what the deal is, but we know that they have 3 times the average size enrollment right now in the police academy.
So it surprises me that when you get arrested, the cops are on your side.
Yeah.
So why, if they're getting the money in the end, they're still on your side?
Yeah, when they arrest me, they allow me to play with their guns.
I'm never gonna allow to play with guns.
I'm only joking.
That'd be awesome.
Took him out to
They allow me to
Take
shoot
the
the
pepper
guns
spray.
out the window while we drive.
Trying to pepper spray. Can I play with the siren?
Well, they're the little guys, It's always a little guy, and then it's a hi-hat.
Yeah, the mace.
No,
And they
but
pretended
no,
to be
but like
stupid
the
and didn't know
genuine cops
nothing,
that
they really didn't know nothing.
the genuine
They
cops.
didn't give me any horrible treatment. Let's put it that way. They were very respectful, professional.
No lube.
They gave me a blanket. They were like, here's a.
I've never gotten a blanket, bro. Never ever got a blanket.
Not surprised.
I mean, it's made of plastic. It's made of plastic or something.
I don't care what it's made of, bro. The toilet paper's the pillow.
That was the pillow. The pillow didn't change for me. I didn't get given a down pillow.
No goose that?
No. But I did get respect. I always do.
I mean,
they definitely don't like the red light
because I could see law upholding law enforcement, such as a real policeman that believes in bettering society, could get on your side with how terrible this idea of revenue getting is. You know what I mean? It's more than stealing kids'
It's a
time bags
systematic
and selling
form
them
of
back to them.
extortion.
Well, just
That's all it is,
somebody that's simply
systematic
not
form of extortion.
jaywalking, that's actually doing the right thing and crossing the street, getting hit by a car, and bam,
That's the new co-host, ladies and gentlemen. It's April.
I'm sorry.
I know, April. Shh.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
You've
just
been
saying.
talking
I
the
mean,
whole
it's the
Yeah,
truth, though.
yeah. Just be quiet, though. It's fine.
Nobody can see you, so it's confusing.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. But that's April. She's studio audience member. She loves y'all. It's all good.
I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Do you have any other questions? You want to sit on the couch? Come sit on the couch.
No.
You know what?
There's a whole frame.
They understand.
She's
You know, it's a sexist thing. I get it. I'll stay right here.
I don't have anything
So-
against women or vaginas. I love them
They
both.
love vaginas.
They do drool. We do rule.
That is very. So
Go ahead, bud.
so now like what's your ultimate goal with all of this?
My ultimate goal is to see the cameras come down.
Every single one of them.
Like in the country or the county or like
Like,
what?
like would
Well,
you
I
move
mean,
it further into
To be
Nassau?
honest with you,
once
they're
you're-
so unconstitutional. So unconstitutional. But it's only going to come down in Suffolk County. Everybody in Nassau County, you know, they're going to be left to do their own fighting, you know.
Yeah, of course.
If Nassau County does call me up and say, look, we want to fight, you know, they're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna have to like twist my arm. you know?
No, I'm not gonna help you guys.
Yeah, it's not
get
gonna take much to
unjust
get me to help
money.
them.
Yeah.
But like, if Nassau County doesn't like really show like a willingness to like fight, then I'm not gonna fight for Nassau. I'm fighting for Suffolk. You know.
Right, that's where we're from.
And actually,
man.
I'm
You gotta
fighting
get
for the
from-
people who already got killed too, because they don't have a voice anymore, you know. And God didn't have that in His plan for them. He was thinking that they were gonna have families and shit, and they didn't. God didn't think that they were gonna get killed in the way they were killed for revenue.
Right.
And
For
He
money.
knows that shit's all about corruption. And we know that while the legislature's throwing rocks and the county executive's throwing rocks and the DA's throwing rocks,
There's a lot
right
of
now,
rock throwing with
right now we know what's going on in the media. We see they don't even show enough, and they're not asking the right questions because we know that News 12 gets money off the cameras because each camera has an Optimum account to provide the internet access. So News 12 will never ask where the money's going or which ones of the legislators read the contract even.
I bet their service is better than my fucking Wi-Fi too.
Or why the quota wasn't struck from the contract,
I have five.
or why they allowed a $30 surcharge when that was a felony against the people. There's a million things that News 12 will never get involved in with this because they have a stake in it.
Everybody's
But
on
it's
the
true.
take, man.
It's
Everybody's
true.
on the take.
They have a stake in it, and not just in Suffolk, in Nassau too, and in upstates everywhere. They're providing the internet access for all the cameras. That's why News 12 plays dumb.
Right.
So
Right. I see that Newsday gives you more realistic airtime.
Newsday is more
than,
legit, way
News
more
12.
legit.
This ain't News 12. We bug out over here. This ain't no News
Yeah.
12, man. You know, like this is Long Island shit, but it ain't no News 12.
No, I know. I like the way you guys operate over here.
Appreciate you, man.
So let me ask you, how has your life changed? How many views did that video get? And when did you realize that you were making that this was a big thing in this community?
Well, I'll tell you something. The whole time I realized it because anytime I ever doubted this they're calling a crusade. The only time every time I ever doubted it, God gave me a sign to make me never doubt it. Like when I was laying on the piece of wood in the precinct, like wondering if it was all like worth it for the right reasons. Then the police officers came in and said, "Yo, you're the guy that did
It was
the-"
a sign.
He said, "You're the guy that did the red light cameras, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, much respect to you. You know, I hate the red light cameras." So anytime that I ever had any question or doubt, God gave me a signal so that I knew. Like one time, I was up late, and I was going through the maybe not that late, but I was up late on the computer digging through accidents that happened, horrible crashes that killed people, and I came across this kid that was my son's age. And my son came into the kitchen, and I said, "Junior, check this out." And I showed him the article. I said, "Read it." And my son was like touched by it, and he said, "Yeah, he was suspended from school for defending somebody that couldn't defend themselves. He was basically stopping someone from being bullied. This kid, he got suspended." And during his suspension, he got hit by a car in this intersection with cameras, and he was killed. This kid, and my son was a little bit moved over it, and. I was like, he's like, "Dad, he was my age." I said, "Yeah, I know." So I'm going to go check out that intersection tomorrow. You want to go with me? And he said, "Yeah." So we knew at that moment that it happened right in front of cameras and that, you know, it was a kid his age, it was local, and it was for a kid defending another kid that was being bullied. That's why he got kicked out of school. So when we went there, I looked up the family, their name, and then I Googled them, whatever. I got to the family, I called them up. They told me where they lived, and I went over to the intersection the next day, and I saw the yellow lights, and I was like, wow, these yellow lights are incredibly short. So I said, let's go to the house. You know, I went over to the house, and I saw one of the neighbors out. So I started talking to the neighbor, and the neighbor said the kid was a great kid, and that he had been kicked out of school for defending somebody that was being bullied, but he was a great kid. He was really smart, and he didn't believe that the kid was the type of kid to get hit by a car from just walking out into traffic. He said he was a really intelligent kid, that he did not believe that was the case.
I mean, if he's smart enough to stand up for his friends, he's a smart enough kid not to get run over by a car.
So I told the neighbor, I said, you want to go check out the intersection? Because I was over there a couple minutes ago and it didn't look too safe, right? And the neighbor said, yeah. And this neighbor, I had a video I uploaded. It's on Facebook somewhere buried. But the neighbor went with us over to the intersection where the kid was killed. And he said, yeah, this isn't safe. I said, no, I know it's not safe. And we pressed the button to walk across the street. And when you got the walk sign to actually try and make it, the other people were speeding, making left-hand turns while you're trying to walk. And they're trying to do it within 3 seconds because there's cameras on them. So it's that dangerous. And you know where this is located? It's the closest major intersection to the high school.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So the kid was walking right in a major spot where kids walk every single day. They totally cut the yellow lights in half, well, less than half. And the neighbor realized what happened with us, you know. And then I met the father, and the father had never seen a video. They never released any video of the crash. 3 cameras on the intersection, and it's just a really, it's a horrible program. It really is.
We have a question from the.
Well, he pretty much just explained it.
All right.
Yeah, the question from the audience was how can you explain how people die from these cameras?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's it. That's just it in a nutshell. I just explained it. When you're trying to walk across the street and they have less than 3 seconds to get a row of cars through the intersection, and you get the walk sign, and they have the green arrow.
Yeah.
It's just
it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It is, and the people aren't paying attention to the road; they're paying attention to the cameras, and we're all guilty of it.
Very true. Very true.
So,
Johnson and Sunrise got the camera. I stop short every time.
So now, have you developed like a group of people, a group of supporters? Like, do you have an active attendance at your thing? Do you have people that are like, I have your back? Like, do you have like a right hand man for this and all that?
Yeah, pretty much. We have a good sized group now of people that are all willing to fight, willing to go down to the meetings, and
awesome,
and as well as do research. Like I just found out from one of my supporters. This is a girl named Linda. She's been a very loyal supporter and very diligent in her efforts to uncover things that I'm not uncovering, that I'm missing. And she came up with the fact that these politicians are supposed to be bonded. We're supposed to have bonded politicians. And I looked it up in Google, and it said the bonding of a politician is to ensure that there's no corruption involved, that they're making the right decisions on behalf of the people.
Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So we find out that our politicians aren't bonded.
Yeah, I mean,
so they're able to make decisions that aren't basically insured. You know, they can make decisions against us, the people, for the best interest of money, not safety.
Right.
And there be no repercussions because they're not bonded.
Who's gonna? Yeah.
So there's things that we just uncover over and over and over every single day. Like, not only are the cameras not signed off by engineers, but neither are the traffic lights. So they're supposed to be
So nobody claims who worked on them.
Exactly. There's
That's
no responsible
signed
charge.
off by an engineer.
Right.
Nobody claims I worked on this and put my
There's
name
no
on it.
time thing. There's no what I did there, what changes I made when. There's no logs like work. What do they call it? Work orders or work logs?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever each people call it. But I mean, I don't know. But if I was the guy twisting the wires, I don't know how I'd live with myself. That's what I gotta say. You know
Well, I was the guy cutting them, and I live with myself.
Yo, you sleep with clear conscience, knowing you did good for a lot of people, man. You know, that's a good thing. Yeah, man. So, I mean, anything LeighAlity TV, me, Kenny Murdoch, Brian Catania could do to support what you're doing.
Well, if you could, just get your people to go to the legislator meetings. I know you guys are all Suffolk guys, so we're speaking for Suffolk County. I told Nassau County the other day, I think it might have been even yesterday, I said, if you want me to go to your legislature meetings, let me know when they are, form a group, and let's do it. Because in Nassau County, they got the same thing going on.
So
just that nobody's fighting it.
Who do you speak to when you say, I spoke to Nassau
I
County?
spoke to a group of people that were in favor of the removal of the speed cams in school zones from Nassau County. And there are a bunch of people that got the school zone cameras removed from Nassau County, which we all know they were overtaking innocent motorists, just
Absolutely.
like our cameras
They never
did.
even made it here. They never made it to Suffolk, right?
No,
The speed cameras?
No, but they're trying to roll out speed cameras everywhere. Yeah.
They'll just collect money all over.
You guys familiar with William Floyd Parkway?
Yes.
Yeah.
William Floyd Parkway is dangerous.
Yeah.
Really
Absolutely.
dangerous.
Every morning.
They made it. You're
That's
over there.
Kenny's home.
That's dangerous over there.
Oh yeah.
It has got to be one of the worst roads. You know what they do? The less money you make, the shorter your yellow. Did you guys notice that they're getting rid of yellow lights altogether?
Mhm.
Yeah. If the less money you make, the shorter yellow lights you have. The less money in that area. Yeah.
Why,
Pretty
so
soon
they
they're
can
gonna
get
just
more
be.
money from
It's
that?
going from just
Green to red.
Yeah,
That's
green to
it.
red.
You
Green to
ran
red.
it. It's
Yup.
over.
But only in Mastic, Bellport, and
Low income areas.
yeah, low
Where
income
the
areas.
taxes
They're
are
taking
high,
yellow
but
out
the revenue has to
completely.
come from somewhere else.
How do you know? Yeah.
It's just to make money, to raise
crazy.
money.
They don't care if you crash your
Raise
car.
money,
They
car
don't care.
accidents, kill people.
How have you figured this
You know what
out?
I mean?
I'm just curious.
Well, it's not like rocket science. You just sit there and look at it and say, "What the fuck?"
3 seconds, 2 seconds.
All right, we got one call. We gotta go to the sponsors. Go ahead. LeighAlity TV, you're on the air. Who's this?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get into the LeighAlity TV.
This is it right here. Who are you?
Oh, this is Woody from Hop Hog.
What up, Woody?
What's going on, Woody?
What's up?
What are you gonna say?
I wanted to hear some more information about the cameras that were put in front of his house.
Oh, the spy cameras.
Yeah. What's up with those? Let's talk about those.
Well, when I went up on top of the truck, did you see the video?
Yeah.
You saw the video of me painting it?
Yep.
Well, if they didn't remove it, I was gonna blow it off the pole. But yeah, they got rid of it, and I was glad to see it go. But
Did you
now,
see who put it there?
No, I didn't get to see who put it there. No, I'm sure it was probably like feds or something. Or
Somebody put a spy camera in front of your house?
yeah, you didn't see the video?
I didn't get to watch
It's a
that
good
one.
video. I took a box truck and I got on top of the box truck with a painter's extension rod. I was a little nervous about hitting a wire and getting a lot of wattage. Yeah. But you saw me paint it? You saw on the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
That
cool.
was great.
Thank you.
I can't believe they did that to you. That's fucked up.
It's fucked up because we saw the same box with the Lavoy Finicum video,
Yep.
So that was why it was fucked up. It was a little bit scary when I first found it. But then, after it set in, they're watching me. I got the laser out and started flashing the laser in it. We had a little fun with it while it lasted. But I thought about going up in there and trying to get into the box or something, but it was too close to power cables and so forth.
I gotta say, man. I respect what you do. You're like the modern day vigilante over there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take it easy, man.
You too.
Thank you
Much
for calling.
respect.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for calling, Woody.
But
Awesome. Oh man. LA, they coming in or no?
Yeah.
All right. So we're just about out of time. Stephen, will tell people how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Facebook. Facebook / Red Light Robinhood. Or you could look me up in Facebook, Stephen Ruth, and you can find my videos on YouTube as well.
All the YouTube. You go to Stephen Ruth. That's PH Stephen, and you go all over the YouTube, and he's funny. He's right in your face with it.
Facebook / Red Light Robinhood.
That's it. Right there.
Go to project9line.org. I'm part of an organization. We help veterans reintegrate through art, teach them how to do stand-up, book writing, songwriting, guitar, everything. MMA. Project9line.org.
If
Check
you
it
know a
out.
veteran, tell him to go to that. Kenny?
Hashtag the guy with glasses.
Hashtag guy with glasses. LeighAlity TV, Shredder's Auto Body, 200 Blackberg Road, Nylandia. Take the call. Who's this? Caller, who's this? We got 30 seconds. Go.
I just wanted to say, good job for what you did. I really respect what you did. We need more guys like you.
Thank you very much. Much respect to you too.
Appreciate
All right, have a good day now.
Appreciate your call, man.
Thank you.
It's LeighAlity TV every Wednesday, 9 p.m. StrongOn.tv. All over YouTube, Mr. Lee West. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you, Steve. Appreciate you, brother. Kenny, you my brother. Bonk. Rocket. Ladies in the audience. Devin Giannotti. StrongOn.tv. Pieces.
Damn, that was like enthralling. Like those two